All right. So, another song.
So what was in your mind?
Yeah, this song is another subject that interests me a lot, and I actually paint about it a lot as well. It's evolution. Evolution is why we're here. I mean, we're basically very smart animals, is what we are. Too smart for our own good sometimes. And evolution is really very fascinating to me. The idea, not just the evolution of, the biological evolution of us, but also the cosmic evolution, how the whole thing began. I'm fascinated by the whole thing. I constantly try. I'm not nowhere near as ambitious as wanting to be a scientist or anything like that, but I don't have the mind for that. But I'm fascinated. I read about it as much as I can. And really the way that so far science is telling us how the world began, it's very fascinating, the way it just kind of exploded. And a lot of that is in us as humans. There's stardust in us. Probably heard that. Great scientists say that. And we are capable of explosions that are mental in many ways. So this is, it will speak for itself in a way.
Once not long ago, a million questions wrote out the world with a million similes. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, and I don't know how it's way, way bigger than me. Once not long ago, a million questions wrote out the world with a million similes. I'm alive, I'm alive, alive, and I don't know how it's way, way bigger than me. Mind impedimenta spilling out of everyone's head. Who knows? Who's to say that I just happened if no one's really there to see me grow? And who's to say where we end up or where we land if no one really knows where things go? Mind impedimenta spilling out of everyone's head. Who knows? God died giving birth to us. All the other round things out there. There might be a place that's got no matter, just ideas flying in the air. Mind impedimenta spilling out of everyone's head. Stick around when everything's dead. Who knows?
This is an Iraqi woman in an abaya, one of many, many tortured women, really. I mean, I should say this, women, mothers, more than anyone. They live in this pain. And so this is more of, you know, there's that one, I think, at the end, which is, yeah. So it's a better picture of it. This one is, it's about evolution, like I said. It begins there in that little corner, and then it unexpectedly blows up randomly. Everything is random about this. There's no order. The colors are everywhere. The shapes. There's a cross line of people also here moving about. There's actually a lot of detail which you cannot see here. The painting is, I think it's over there. Later, if you would like to get a better look at it. There's a lot of detail. It's basically what I said about evolution, this wonderful explosion that unexpected randomness and wonderful things come out of it sometimes.
Before we go to the next section, we have to conclude this by asking each one of you, what is your identity? Who are you again? We started with this question. I would like to close this section with, what's your identity? Do you have a problem with your identity? Are you Iraqis? Are you Middle Easterns? Are you Americans? Are you just a human being who care about humanity? Can you answer this?
When you ask that, now what ran into my head is, yes, I'm a human being first. I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a cousin. With regards to the regions where we were born, where we came to live, I respect the dynamics of what I experienced in each land, but I don't limit myself in them. I do, out of respect and out of the knowledge of my ancestry, I do acknowledge that I am Iraqi American. I do recognize my ancestors' religion of Christianity and respect to having studied what it's about and things like that. But I don't really, when I identify myself, it's not through those labels, it's of what role am I playing as a woman. And like I said, most human, mother, because when I go throughout the day, I don't think, am I Iraqi or am I American? I think, like, as a mother, what do I have to do today? As a wife, as a daughter, those are what matter, those are my identities. But I will never forget the fact that I was born in a certain land and I came in a certain land. There's a reason for that. And I can't separate myself from that, and I can't separate my work from that, because obviously there's a reason why that happened.
One of the things I was interested in looking at your writings, you are a big defenders of Muslim women. Why is that?
Well, I tend to defend people that are attacked. So I feel like they've been unjustly attacked. And as I said, when I was at Heathrow Airport in that bookshop and what I saw, these are not the friends I grew up with. I grew up amongst a Muslim community that was, you know, the mothers were like my mother. They looked out for me. My friends were wonderful to me. I didn't experience the discrimination, not that I wouldn't as I'm older, but I've been very influenced by them, and I believe that they've been influenced by me, and they have a lot to teach if we allow ourselves to listen to them. And we can't deny the fact that, yes, I'm a Christian of a religion that's thousands of years old, but I was born in a country that's Muslim. And I adopted that religion somehow or another. I adopted maybe not the name, but some of the customs associated with it. I can't deny that. Just like my daughter, my children, my nieces and nephews being born in this country, they cannot deny their American side, the American culture. They will respect where we were from and know about it, but how am I going to tell them not to do certain things that Americans do? And for us, I think as Christians, to pretend that we can be born and raised and live 10, 20, 30 years amongst Muslims, but not gain any of their, you know, their cultures and their feelings and things like that, I think that's just a lie, and it's just a part of, this is what's creating the problems anyways right now. So the problem of trying to identify those differences that are really not there when you live among the people. It's when you step away and then you start giving all these labels. But when we lived there, to me, it wasn't predominant like that. I didn't know the difference between religions until I came to this country. I knew that I was Christian and that my friends were Muslim, but there wasn't so much of a stress as when it came here. And so And it's very sad to see that here in the United States, we are a very powerful community. We are a very wealthy community, but what's stopping us is that mentality of like, oh, this person is Muslim, this person is Christian. If we were just to temporarily put that aside and really work together and even appreciate, if we really appreciated our history, if we really, really understood the 7,000 years back, what we were all about, we wouldn't, go through this process that's stopping us from moving forward.
Thank you.